Hi, this is the spring 2021 version of my Blackboard navigation video. If you are seeing the earlier version where I am not wearing this distinctive black and green jersey for Austin FC, you're going to want to watch this one because it does have some things that are slightly different. The navigation changed a little bit from fall when this was a hybrid class to now where this is a technically an asynchronous course, but we do have some weekly live Zoom meetings, which we're going to talk about. So I went ahead and I put this into student preview mode. So this is looking like it does for y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and share that screen right now and voila. So this is what the homepage looks like. It's going to have all the announcements. This is the one that I sent y'all on Friday. There's going to be another one, obviously, by the time that you guys probably see this, because I'm going to swap these in and then let everybody know that the class is as it should be. So you're going to notice this left rail here. There's a bunch of different categories, and this is going to be really, really important for y'all to follow throughout the semester. So if you go to the getting started, you'll probably just need this the first couple of days, but this is just a checklist to the things that you should be doing. There's the welcome video. I've recorded a new version of that. I had the older version up initially, but if you have navigated to this class in the last couple of days, since say Saturday the 16th rather, you should see that new welcome video. And then the Blackboard navigation video, that's what I'm recording right now. I'm going to populate that as soon as I'm done recording this. So that is, again, things that will help you. The syllabus is going to be the number one thing to look at. You're going to want to make sure that you read that. And again, that lives here. The schedule is in the very back of the syllabus. That noise you heard in the background is my dog. So, which again, sometimes, yeah, as you'll see on the live weekly meetings, sometimes my dog will make an appearance. Sometimes my daughter will make an appearance. So that will be some added extra entertainment for y'all. Contacts, that's just how to reach me. And again, between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., that is slightly different from the way that I had things last semester. That is just a my life kind of adjustment from before. And again, yeah, if you're texting, just identify what section you're from, right? And then I'll be happy to respond back to you. I'm not going to know who you are right offhand. For Blackboard and other tech issues, Tech Cafe is going to be really important. The Writing Center, if you want to do one-on-one tutoring sessions, again, they are all operating online this semester as they did last semester because COVID. So you'll be able to make your appointments there. Just that link will send you straight to the Writing Center. And then the syllabus lives here as a Word file and PDF file, so you can download whatever either version you prefer. Again, if you don't have Office, you can get free Office from UTSA. I just had to re-download mine. I had an issue with mine. It wasn't opening, but it's a fairly easy process. Again, I had a little bit of difficulty with Tech Cafe. Was able to walk me through what I needed to do. So again, they're a good resource. If you don't want to bother with Word, there's a PDF version, and you should have a PDF reader for whatever kind of device you're using to log onto Blackboard. If you don't have that, that could be problematic. So Zoom is here. That is for weekly live check-in meetings. The information's here. This is a little bit different. I used a personal one last semester. I'm using a UTSA one this semester. So we will see how that goes. It is going to be one session for all my classes. If that needs to change and I need to do individual ones, we'll figure that out down the road. But I initially want to just try to do one meeting with everybody in my 1023s, since I'm just going to be covering basic info. Again, this is supposed to be an asynchronous class. It's supposed to be entirely without kind of human interaction, but I don't think that's great. Even if you have opted into that. So I do want to do this live meeting. And again, you'll just click this link here. That will get you into the meeting, or you can click this here. It's the exact same thing. But again, just, again, a little bit before 9:45, I have to let everybody in from a waiting room. So, again, just be patient as you first get there, and I'll get everybody in as quickly as possible. I'll open it up probably at 9:30. So if people want to get in early, that's cool, but the meeting will actually start at 9:45 and run till 10. All right. So content shouldn't be showing to you. That's nothing. Assignments are the main thing. And again, I'm going to fix this so they're not all displaying like this, but you're going to see, again, as you open these up individually, And again, I think this is just a weird Blackboard glitch. Typically, you'll just see the category and you can click onto the individual item and then it will pop this out like this. Again, this will just be the description. This is the assignment that you're going to be doing the first week. And that again, the instructions will be here. Generally for shorter papers, they're going to be like that. For big papers, like paper one, for example, I've got a Word and a PDF version of what's in here. Last semester, Blackboard was pretty terrible about letting us cut and paste information. This semester, they've made upgrades and it's much better, so you are going to see it here as well. Again, the prep, the peer editing, stuff that you're going to see here, there's details about that and when to turn those in. If you click onto the paper one prep, for example, and it's taken a second, you'll see due date, and again, to submit, your best to attach a file. And again, if you are using Google Docs, you want to convert that, just download that to a Word file and then browse local files. You'll click that button. You'll be able to get into all your files. You'll be able to pull up the Word file that you just downloaded to your desktop if that's where you did it. And then you will upload it to Blackboard and then you'll hit the submit button. If you hit the save draft button, again, if you are doing like a written submission, if you are doing it as text, which will create a box there. You can also write in there as well. I would recommend the Word file because the Word file, I'm going to be able to give you the most feedback, especially for the major papers. So I would advise doing it that way. But if you do it as a text submission, you can save it and come back to it. But I don't actually see it until you hit the submit button. So you want to make sure that that submit button is what you click when you want to turn it in and get it to me. Again, you'll see this on some of the assignments, just agreeing to submit your paper to the global reference database. This is just to make sure that you are not plagiarizing. You're not going to see this on all the assignments, but you will see this on ones where there might be a significant amount of writing that takes place. If you click this X, it's going to take you completely out of the Blackboard class and you'll need to go back in. So if you've gone to something, you might just want to click the arrow and go back to where you were that way. So you can click and go out and go back in, but it's a little bit more laborious and it might be frustrating for you. Okay, so those are the assignments. Everything lives there. The discussion boards are here. We're going to do these weekly. Right now, you're just seeing the intro and the writing tips that are displaying. Again, those are things that we're going to have up throughout the semester. The intros will just be a hi, getting to know you sort of thing. The writing tips will be, again, with the IAA assignment, which we'll talk about. That's one of the options for that. So this is just a place where you can leave tips for each other throughout the semester. And again, like it says here, from past experiences, from something that worked in an assignment in this class, something from They Say, I Say, which is a book we're going to cover, or another class text or anywhere else that you've gathered wisdom. When week one starts, you will see week one discussion pop up here with week two. Week two will then pop up, etc. Right? So you will be responsible for weekly discussions. They won't be particularly laborious, but again, they will be something that is required. So you will want to know how to navigate to that page. And again, with the intros, you just click here. And I see that people have already introduced themselves like that. So that is something that I will visit as we continue on. Nobody has left any writing tip stuff yet, so that is great. Lecturettes, I will have, again, just kind of some things throughout the semester, things that I've recorded. Typically, when I do sessions in class, I'll do about 10 to 15 minute, what I call lecturettes, so mini lectures, so not just full on me talking at you, but giving you the necessary information that you're going to need to be able to master certain things in the class, tips, advice, just things to help you through the individual assignments that you're going to be doing. This 3 kind of paragraphs is a 3-part series. That's pretty important. Again, together, that's about 20, 25 minutes. That's about kind of the most lecturing that you're going to have in the class, all in one dose. And you'll see that there are ones throughout the semester here. And I may record some additional ones and put those up as we need it. But for now, that's what you're responsible for. And it'll be clear in the syllabus week to week what we'll be looking at. Resources are here. And again, these are just things to help you throughout the semester. We'll talk about those on a week-to-week basis. Modules, I don't have entirely complete yet, and the links are bad here, so I'm going to go fix those before tomorrow. But again, you'll see, again, if you see a PDF version of that, this just walks you through, again, these are learning objectives for the class, and then these are just how the individual modules that we're doing, starting with week 1, rhetorical situations, which is just a 1-week module. It's an intro, the learning objectives that we cover in each of those. Again, that is something that is required as part of Quality Matters, which is something that we do to make these online classes better for y'all. But again, we'll also, with these, there will be weekly checklists of things that you need to do as well, right? So yeah, so again, and this says 3 discussion contributions. You're only responsible for 2 of those. I've lessened that requirement from fall, just to make things a little bit easier. So I will modify that by tomorrow when we start class. All right, so again, I'm recording this the day before class. Because that's how I roll. All right. So, and then course messages is just a place to email me within Blackboard. I don't recommend this. You may want to use this to email each other for peer editing, but if you just drop a message in here, I might not see it right away. It's better to text me or to use my email account through Outlook. And then grades is where you'll be able to view your grades. And again, this is the student view. So everything that is here. And again, yeah, there are grades for the individual discussions, but they're just basically just checking to make sure that you've done those. And again, the weighted total, that's going to be kind of a running total of how you do throughout the semester. So that's going to be kind of the best, most accurate way. The total is not going to give you as fair of a depiction just because things are weighted differently. So the weighted total is what you want to look at to gauge your average as you go throughout the semester. All right. So that's it. Basically, that is essentially what is here on Blackboard. I imagine you will have questions. Oh, the other thing too that you will see in the grades, you won't be able to do it, but when you click onto your assignment for the major papers, certainly like paper 1, paper 2, etc., you will see a rubric that's attached to those. So again, when you look, you're going to want to look a couple of different places, right? So the rubric has some comments that are built in that are going to be helpful to you to gauge how you've done on the particular assignment. All the assignments have the rubric descriptions towards the back end of the assignment description. So you'll be able to see what I'm grading on, the categories that I'm utilizing, and then what you need to do in each individual category. And then you will also see there will be comments that will be attached to the paper, just kind of overall, here's how you did, that will be attached to the rubric itself. And then there will also be some items that you're going to put into that you'll see on the individual paper if you've submitted it as a Word doc. If it's a PDF, I'm not able to include those normally, but as a Word doc, you will be able to see kind of little talk bubble graphics. At least that's what it looks like on my end, that will comment on certain things. Again, sometimes I'm just commenting on some grammar and spelling things that I see. Sometimes there are some more kind of higher level thesis, organization concerns that I might be addressing. In some cases, it might be a positive. In some cases, it might be, oh yeah, this reminds me of something I saw that you might be interested in. So just because it's a comment doesn't mean that it's going to be a criticism necessarily. But do look at those because, again, I do put time and effort into the grading. I wish I could have much more time with your papers than I actually do. But I try to make comments that will be relevant and that will help you not only mastering certain kinds of items for future papers, but also just kind of thinking about your overall writing and research development. All right, so that's it. That's all I've got in terms of the Blackboard orientation. I hope this is helpful. Again, of course, though, I will be happy to answer any questions that you might have down the road as we all work through it. Blackboard can be a little challenging. It is not necessarily the most intuitive vehicle for these kinds of classes, but they are working to improve it. So Again, if you see things that confuse you, confound you, please let me know and I will do what I can to walk you through it. All right, take care and we'll talk. Thanks.